¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Kan du norsk?
If you used Babbel, you would. Babbel's conversation-based techniques teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world, with lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers. Babbel is like having a private tutor in your pocket. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/Spotify, spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify. Rules and restrictions may apply.
This episode is brought to you by Blink. Doom scrolling during this ad break? Ditch the doom and get peace of mind with new Blink 2K Plus Smart Security. Check on home from your phone with 2K Clarity, noise cancellation, and 4x zoom. Plus, setup is so simple, you can easily install while listening to your favorite podcast. True crime girlies, we got you. Get more, spend less with Blink 2K Plus Smart Security.
Before we jump in, let's be real. This podcast contains jokes, laughter, and a whole lot of real talk. Yes, we cover serious crimes. Yes, we add a little humor, but never, and I mean never, at the expense of the victims or their families. If you're sensitive, easily offended, or the type to clutch your pearls every time someone laughs during a true crime story, this may not be the podcast for you. But if you like your true crime with a little bit of spice, a lot of honesty, and just enough petty to keep it fun, welcome to Melanin Mysteries, baby. Let's get into it. What's up, cousins? So, to get started, all of our new listeners joining us for the very first time, we just want to say welcome to Melanin Mysteries, where the crimes are chaotic, the laughs are loud, the tea is boiling hot, and the hosts, baby, we are just as unhinged as the cases we talk about. Now, listen, before we even get into today's mess, we got to stop and show mad love to y'all because y'all have been running us up. So if you have not noticed, Spotify done tapped us on the shoulder like, excuse me, Melanin Mysteries is in how many top fives? Like, how many number ones? Who told y'all to go out like that? And the cousins said, we did. So y'all had us in y'all rap list, your top podcast, your number one Black true crime spot. Y'all had us screaming, crying, throwing confetti, and thanking Black Jesus all at the same time. And then y'all then got us monetized. Officially, legitimately, y'all have paid for our chaos. So we are truly blessed and we are so damn grateful. Every stream, every share, every reel y'all tagged us in, we thank you. For real, for thinking enough of us to pull us up every week and spend time with our foolishness. We don't take that lightly. And we really love y'all so much. Now, cousins, I'm going to need y'all to gather around because today, we are diving into a case that was actually recommended by one of y'all. So shout out to Nikki Remied for sliding this insanity into our inbox like, hey, cousins, look at this. And Nikki, girl, why would you do that to us? Because this case right here ain't nothing but pure, unfiltered chaos with bad decisions sprinkled on top. Today, we are talking about the murder of Lonnie Paye Jr. and the absolutely twisted relationship he had with Deidra Griffin. A situation so toxic, so explosive, so wrapped in obsession and control that it ended exactly how you'd expect when two people keep playing emotional tug of war with real life consequences. This one has jealousy, manipulation, obsession, betrayal, and the kind of red flags that should come with a siren and flashing lights. So cousins, go ahead, get y'all drinks, top them off, grab a snack, sit down, put that bonnet on tight, because Melanin Mysteries is back with another wild ride. So let's go ahead and get into this case. I'm your host, Tiffany.
And I'm your co-host, Willie. Let's get her.
So let me get this straight. This man really thought he was just going to take our baby, but ditch me? See, my dude got me all the way messed up. We are a package, a set, a combo meal. Ain't no baby to go with the mama left on the counter like yesterday's fries. I ain't spent my whole damn life playing out the perfect picture for him just to crop me out. I went to school. I had goals. I waited until the time was right to have a baby. I wanted the whole damn package. The baby, the husband, the house, the little white picket fence, everything folks that I couldn't have. But this man thinks he's going to take my baby and go play house with the next bitch? Like, I'm going to sit here and watch him ride off into the sunset with the Happy Meal family that should have been mine? Absolutely the hell not. Not today, not tomorrow, not in this lifetime or the next one. He think he done met the love of his life? Well, guess what? He just met the end of it. He gotta go. And if I gotta be the villain in this little fairy tale, then baby, hand me my cape because I am flying today.
Well, damn. Okay, let's get into it, cuzzos. Let's walk right into the chaos the same way the police did. Because July 1st, 2015, boy, that day was already scream crying for attention, right? So boom, it's 8 p.m. Sun started to go down. Humidity out there punching folks in the throat. And Baltimore County Dispatch gets a call from a woman named Wanda Grisham, right? She's on her cell phone, standing outside her man's house on Travancore Road in Randallstown. And she sounded, like she was pretty worried. Not that fake, I'm just checking worried. That real, like my spirit done told me something ain't right worried. You know what I'm saying? Police pull up, they hop out the car, and first thing they got to do is figure out who this woman is, right? Before they start kicking in doors. So they ask, like, ma'am, what's your relationship with the homeowner? And Wanda don't hesitate. She said, I'm Lonnie's girlfriend. Not almost, not part-time, not even a sneaky leak. Girl, I am his official 100% uncut girlfriend. She said this shit with her whole chest. So now, the officer's like, she ain't just bored, she's actually invested. She tells them that she ain't heard from Lonnie since June 19th. That's almost 2 damn weeks. Let's pause right there. Nigga, this supposed to be your man and you ain't heard from him for 2 weeks and you just now trying to figure shit out? Am I wrong?
No,
Okay, I'm just saying, know what I'm saying? Like, know what I'm saying? 2 weeks. So anyway, she did hit some with the details that really matters. He is meticulous about his lawn. Now listen, when a grown man loves his yard, the grass is his pride and his joy. You know what I'm saying? That's his sanctuary, his peace, his therapy session, his Sunday morning. And when officials look and see the lawn is out here looking like a wildlife refuge, red flag number one. Then they checked the mailbox, overflowing. Mail stacked up like overdue bills in the Tyler Perry movie. Ain't nothing been touched since June 19th. So now the cops like, okay, some ain't raw, some ain't right, something is kind of off. They knock, call out, bang on doors. They get nothing. House is locked up tighter than Baltimore traffic when Beyonce in town. They called the fire department to help them make entry, but while they're waiting, one of the officers decided to check Lonnie's work van in the driveway. Because seasoned cops, they nosy on purpose. He pulls the handle, it opens, it's unlocked. Okay, now see, that's red flag number two. A man who edges his lawn with a ruler ain't gonna leave no van unlocked, right? He leans in, look around, sees a garage, remote clipped above the visor, and he hits it. And cuzzos, the second that garage door cracks open, the smell punches them in the face like a personal vendetta. This is a smell you ain't ever got to smell twice to understand exactly what it is. Everybody's stomach drops. They walk into the garage, right? And there it is. There he is, Lonnie Paye, lying on the floor between two vehicles, still silent and clearly the nigga dead, right? His body has already been decomposing and was covered with maggots. It was July, and you already know, nigga, it's hot as hell, man. So that motherfucker would bake it like the chicken be under like the little light under the and Popeyes and everything. You know how the chicken just be sitting there just roasting? Well, that's how that nigga was roasting in that July heat. You know what I'm saying? And a dead body and heat, we know that's a bad combination. And what's wild, there was no forced entry, no overturned furniture, no chaos, just Lonnie. You know what I'm saying? And a bunch of questions hanging in the air. But then officers noticed something else. Cameras, surveillance cameras, all around this man's house. And one of them pointed directly at the front entrance. So now investigators are thinking, if nobody broke in, and if nothing was disturbed, and Lonnie didn't just drop dead on his own, then whatever happened to him? Somebody on that camera knows exactly what went down. Camera's gonna always get you. Always get you.
I agree. Yeah, like people don't understand. Like it's cameras everywhere at this point. Like, just
Let's
think
say
about it.
Tiffany, because niggas actually stole your cameras.
I keep telling you, nobody stole those cameras. We had that tornado.
Man, I'm telling nigga, look, I know how tight they was on them niggas. When you move your house, I looked. They were unscrewed. Though somebody stole your cameras. I'm telling you, man. I'm just throwing it
Oh,
out there. But
well,
hey, you
that's
ain't
what
there no
happens
more.
when you partially live in the hood. So,
Hey man, that nigga steal security cameras. I said, go ahead.
finding Lottie's body in the garage was already a whole mess. But then detectives started looking around and see 4 bullet cases tucked between the wall and one of his vehicles. 4, not one, not a stray, but 4. So now this ain't a mystery. This ain't a wellness check. This is a straight up homicide. Period. Now, Detective Macy and Detective Janowitz, they were called and they pulled up around 11:30 that night, ready to clock in because they already know when a crime scene smell like that, somebody done did something stupid. So they start talking to Wanda. And Wanda came prepared, okay? Because sis had details. She had footnotes, supporting documents. She had a bibliography. She tells detectives that she met Lonnie on a dating site about 2, maybe 3 months ago. Not long enough to be outside his house like she was about to reenact a 90s R&B video, but we ain't gonna judge her. And then she lets them know that she didn't live with him. She didn't have a key, but she did stay the night pretty often. And the last night she stayed over was on June 18th, but she left for work early on the morning of the 19th. And according to Wanda, everything was good. Like, no arguing, no weird energy, no like I need space conversations. They even had plans to make dinner that evening. But then Wanda starts dropping the kind of tea that makes everybody pause mid sip. She said Lonnie was in the middle of a custody battle with his ex girlfriend. And cousins, y'all already know who that is. Deidra Griffin, Deidra, our POV sis. The one who said that she's a package deal and somebody gotta go?
Gotta
Yeah,
go.
her. So Deidre and Lonnie had an almost 1-year-old son, Preston. And Lonnie had just been awarded his very first visitation, and it was supposed to be from June 25th to the 30th. So he was supposed to drive to Michigan, pick up his son, stay 5 days, and then bring him right back. And he was a whole first time daddy at 51.
Damn,
Child.
he's an old ass baby daddy. Good Lord, nigga. You god damn arthritis starting to set in and you got a little baby. Why nigga be having babies that old?
I don't know. My daddy had a baby at what? Let me see. My daddy is 80. He's about to be 22. Yeah, my daddy was almost 60. Mm-hmm.
Yes, nigga. Why's your sperm even working at that age? Nigga, that
Because it worked
retire.
till y'all die.
I mean, damn, that's some old ass. Yeah, that baby then came out with blood pressure issues and goddamn high cholesterol and gout. Damn.
And I'm
Old
not
ass
dealing with no
work.
man who had a fresh baby at the age of 51. I am
I know.
not.
Come on, nigga. You reckless. You 51 years old, know what I'm saying, and out there and they ain't got and yeah, you reckless, my nigga. No offense. Go ahead. You reckless.
So Wanda, she wasn't just watching him get ready. Like she was right there helping him pick out the crib, the baby items and stuff he needed to get that nursery together because she was invested. So
Invested.
I guess, and y'all just got together too. Is giving red flags, but
Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. But you know, man, women they like look, know what I'm saying? They look, they gonna make she gonna make a happy family. She done found her man. You know, some women they see stuff, they don't look at that as red flags. They look at that as a challenge.
I don't even at this age, I don't want a man who has a toddler or anything like let alone a fresh baby. So and
Yes. When you talk
so
about a 50-year-old nigga on that's close to retire and you got a whole ass
brand
infant,
new baby,
a
brand new
brand
baby.
new
That
nigga,
mean ain't nobody getting no sleep. That mean you got a potty train. Oh, I no, I'm sorry.
damn,
So,
nigga, yeah, mad as hell, man. Nigga, by the time he
but
18, you gonna be in diapers.
basically. So, okay, for real. Wanda for real at first thought she had got ghosted, right? Because she calling, ain't no answer. She pulling up, he ain't answering the door. She is blowing up his phone, and all she's getting is silence. So she only lived 5 minutes away. So sis was circling the block like she was waiting for UPS. But every time she pulled up, knocked, rang the doorbell, nothing. No signs of life, no shadow walking past the window, just nothing. So she's like, well, maybe Lottie left early to get the baby. Maybe everything's fine. But she said when July 1st rolled around, the day after he should have been back from Michigan and still not a single word for him, and she was just like, yeah, I'm not crazy. Somebody need to call the police because something is off. It honestly, she's better than a lot of women because a lot of women probably would have just like assumed they got ghosted and wouldn't have went to those, lists to keep calling.
Shit, man, I don't know what type of women you know. These
Oh,
psycho ass bras, shit, know what I'm saying? They think one phone conversation mean we go together. And especially if she gave up the cooch. Yeah, she's invested. You and live 5 minutes out. Oh man, that's why I don't understand why I would think after like the second day she would have had police over there.
maybe she just probably made it. She want to seem clingy, but that's how we even got to this crime scene in the first place. So thank goodness that she was, she followed up because
Exactly.
I
So
probably
look,
would have.
no, we know you wouldn't. So before we go any deeper into the madness, let's talk about Lonnie Payne. Paye actually was. Let's talk about the brother. Because the man wasn't just some random mystery character. He had a whole life before all the chaos pulled up on him. See, Lonnie was born in Baltimore in 1963, right? Country boy at heart. He grew up on his grandparents, I apologize, on their farm. And that kind of upbringing there, it either make you real humble or real stubborn. And Lonnie, he's like a little bit of both of them. You know what I'm saying? He had two brothers, Charles and Leon, and they were all tight, family orientated, grounded. And everybody who knew him said that he was dependable. One of those men who did what he said he was going to do. A good man, Savannah, a good man.
A good man.
Now, let's talk about my brother's love life. Because Lonnie had been married twice. And after that second divorce, he said he was done. He told people straight up, I ain't doing it again. Marriage is work, and I already clocked in twice. And honestly, at my big ass age, I get it. 2 strikes, and he was like, bench me. I am good, my nigga. His dad, Lonnie Bernard Payne Jr., was very pleasant and very present in his life. So we don't have his mother name, unfortunately, but the family structure was strong, especially those grandparents. He graduated from Hammond High School, did what he was supposed to do, and went on to live a quiet, steady life that really don't make any headlines until now, unfortunately. But just because Lonnie said he wasn't getting married again didn't mean he wanted to die lonely. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want another wife, but he did want a woman, a partner, somebody to kick it with, build with, not argue about, you know what I'm saying, who left the towel on the floor, just somebody that you can vibe with, right? So he did what a lot of folks started doing around that time. He hopped on the online dating, created a profile, uploaded a picture where he probably smiled with his mouth closed, like us niggas usually do. You know what I'm saying? Started talking to folks. And around 2012, that's when he met her, Deidra Griffin, in Cuzzos. When he met Deidra, that's when his peaceful structured life started taking a hard left turn because Lonnie wasn't looking for drama, but drama, unfortunately, was looking for him. And it found him in the form of Miss. We're a package deal, whether you like it or not. Damn.
Now we're gonna talk about Miss Deidra Griffin because this right here is where the whole situation starts cooking hotter than a cast iron skillet on medium high. So Deidre was born up in Bay City, Michigan, April 1975. And from what folks say, she grew up shy, she was spoiled, but she was smart as hell, raised by both her parents. But don't ask me their names because the streets didn't provide it. Honestly, it's not important. But here's what the plot twist early. After high school, Sis joins the Army Reserves. Then she goes on to study molecular chemistry and biochemistry at Penn State, cousins. Molecular chemistry? I don't even know what that is. Hell, half of us barely passed regular chemistry, and I was one of them. I hated chemistry. Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
I can't even pronounce that shit. So I'm glad you did.
So this girl was out here playing with atoms like they were Lego bricks. So she graduates. Black girl magic, full power, hair blown in the wind, degree in hand, edges intact. She was a full 9 years younger than Lonnie, but she get her own thing going. Her job had become her identity, her badge of honor, her personality trait. Sis was successful. But she also didn't want to wake up at 45 with a resume and no family pictures on the wall. So she decides by 2007, all right, I'm settled, I'm stable, I'm accomplished. Let me go find me a man, honey. And she gets a job in admin at the University of Maryland, right? So life is life and career is careering, edges are edging. And then she hits her late 30s and was like, yep, it's time to date. So she gets on these little dating streets, and this is where Lonnie Paye comes walking in like a plot twist nobody asked for. Now, Lonnie was not looking to settle down. That man had 2 divorces and said, I'm retired from marriage. But he did want companionship. He wanted somebody to talk to, eat with, hang out with, but not in that like,
He wants some
let's get
cooch.
matching robes
He ain't trying
energy.
to get. He wants some cooch. He didn't want somebody who can blow her back out and send her about her way, and then she come by every once in a while. That's what he was looking for.
Well, Deidre, sis wanted that matching robes, the matching mugs, the matching houses, the matching last name. And them two were not on the same page. Hell, they weren't even in the same library. And this is why communication is important in relationships because 2 adults on 2 different pages, this is exactly how you end up on Melanin Mysteries. So Deidra gets deeper in. She ends up moving in with Lonnie May 2014.
I
And
see,
then,
stop right there. See, that's where nigga be messing up, right? You giving missed signals. You just said you ain't looking for nothing serious. You ain't looking to, excuse me, settle down or anything like that. You ain't trying to settle down, but you let this broad move in with you.
I mean,
Dumbass. Dumbass. Know what I'm saying? Like, come on. How miss
I
up a
mean, how is
signal you
that
giving?
stupid? Like you said, he just wants somebody to move. I mean, like, I don't see
I
what's
want to
wrong with
compare.
that.
You don't have nobody to move, nigga. You move in with somebody. It's serious. Y'all share the same. Y'all share the same address, nigga. That's serious. Come on. Come on. That doesn't go with
He
what he
didn't say
says.
he didn't say he didn't want to be. He didn't want anything serious. He just said he didn't want to get married.
No, man. All I'm saying is he talk about he didn't want to He really didn't want to settle down. Know what I'm saying? He was not looking to settle down. Know what I'm saying? After 2-4. Remember, he said he wanted companionship. Bitch, you can have
That is
companionship, but you ain't moving
companionship.
in with me.
Okay, well maybe he wanted companionship and he was cool with her
The
moving
nigga
in.
didn't know what he wanted. The nigga, that's what I'm saying. Is the nigga didn't? Yes, you giving mixed signals. The nigga don't know what he want. Know what I'm saying? That's why some of these broad. I ain't justifying why some of these broad be going crazy, but this is a prime example of that shit though. Know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what you want, so you got to you a woman. You know you moving with your man in your mind. You thinking okay, like nigga, this is 100% serious, right? Am I correct?
If we
And then
living
all of
together,
a
it's
sudden
absolutely
y'all
serious.
get into argument like I ain't what you talk about, know what I'm saying? We just kicking it. We just having fun. Bitch, we moved in together. We boyfriend and girlfriend. We go together.
Say hello to the all-new Alexa Plus and see how Alexa can do so much more for you. Need tickets to see your favorite artist? Craving your comfort restaurant? Just sit back, relax, and talk naturally. Alexa's on it. It learns your style, anticipates what's next, and makes it happen across Echo, Fire TV, and more. Learn more at amazon.com/new Alexa.
From writer-director Ryan Johnson.
The Holy Grail. A perfectly impossible crime.
Wake Up Dead Man has critics singing its praises.
God help me. Anything else?
It's a deliciously entertaining mystery.
That's nice.
It's certified fresh.
It's a miracle.
Okay, you're freaking me out now.
It's the best Knives Out movie yet.
This case is solvable, right?
Oh, you'll see. It's fun.
Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery starring Daniel Craig. Now playing in select theaters on Netflix December 12th. Rated PG-13.
Okay, you say so. So Deidra, like I said, she done moved in, but then life kind of gives her a gut punch. She finds out that she has endometriosis, which can make having kids difficult. Not impossible, but complicated. And Deidra, she wanted kids. Like we said, sis wanted the full package, the baby, the man, the family, the pictures on the fridge, all of that. And Lonnie, like we said, Lonnie was almost 50. He did not want no kids. He was looking at early retirement and peaceful mornings, not diaper bags and 2 a.m. feedings, and I'm with him. But when Deidra wants something, she's going to find a way. She gets a surgery to help her chances, and boom, 3 months later, she's pregnant.
That's his fault. You shooting the club up. I ain't
Yes,
trying to be
I
funny.
agree. No, I agree with you 100%.
Yes, nigga, like niggas kill me with that. I don't want no kid, but you sure enough ain't doing nothing to stop it. Know what I'm saying? Obviously, now in case she maybe if she lied or whatever and said that she was on birth control or whatever the case may be, bitch. I need to see you. Look, I need to see you take that every morning. Know what I'm saying? At the ripe age of 51, and you sitting up there still shooting the club up, and a young chick who want a baby, that's your dumb ass fault.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it takes two to tango. So Lonnie looked at her and he was like, I know damn well, because he meant it when he said kids were not on his bingo card. So she does what she does best. She packed up her toys and she left. She went right back to Michigan. She didn't argue. She didn't negotiate. And she didn't beg. She said, you don't want me and this baby? Cool. I'll go home.
My
So
type of
she
woman. Get your ass out.
so she's nesting, preparing, getting her life together for this baby. You know, Lonnie's doing his thing too, but his family's looking at him like, sir, you may not want her, but you are going to show up for that child, especially a son. So he decides he's going to be present, and I respect it. So their son is born August of 2014. Lonnie's there for the birth. And y'all know that moment. Well, women, we know like that moment after you give birth, it's so freaking emotional. Like you're tired, you're crying, you're in pain, you're happy, everything is happening at once. And they're first time parents. So Deidra sees Lonnie there. He's holding his son, and she's like, okay, maybe we can fix this. Maybe this is our family moment. Let me give
bitch.
y'all a PSA.
Come on.
Let me
Nah.
give y'all a PSA, please and thank you. And I need y'all to listen to me, and I need you to listen to me well.
Listen.
Babies don't keep men. They didn't keep them in the 50s and the 70s and the early 2000s. They don't keep them in 2025 either. Okay?
Hell no.
A baby is not going to keep no man if that's your plan. Ain't going to do it. Now, if you're trying to secure a check, that's a whole nother thing, but it's not going to keep the man.
Amen to that.
So, sis was tired. She was driving up and down that highway from Michigan trying to reignite something that Lonnie had already checked out of. She wanted the family. She wanted the dream. But Lonnie, he wasn't matching that energy. So, after enough trips and enough disappointment, Deidra realized, oh, you really don't want me. You really don't want what we got. I'm trying to build here. And once she saw that, she said her signature line, okay, I'm gonna pack up my toys and go home. And she did again. And that's when this whole thing starts sliding downhill.
Mm. Now that detectives know Lonnie didn't just fall out in the garage, they need answers. And when a man has surveillance cameras pointing at this front door, trust me, the DVR becomes a holy grail. So, they're searching the house and boom, they find the DVR system tucked away. They hook it up, start reviewing footage, and this is where things get interesting pretty fast. First, they see Wanda leaving the house around 7 a.m. on June 19th, just like she said. She goes to work, nothing suspicious, no weird energy. A few minutes later, Lonnie leaves too. Calm, normal, routine. But then Cuzzo's around 2 p.m. that same day, somebody come walking through Lonnie's front door like they paying rent and got a key on the ring. The footage shows what looks like a black woman, similar in size and shape to Wanda, walking in like she owns the place. Now hold up. Detective paused right here because one, Wanda said that she didn't have a key, and number two, she didn't live with Lonnie. So who is this woman unlocking the front door like she checking the mail? But this is where the footage gets messy. Sis had on a tan/brown outfit and a big brimmed hat pulled down like she knew exactly what she was doing, right? Face covered, hair hidden, no features showing, just mystery woman with errands to run. So a few hours later, Lonnie comes home in his work van. He walks into that house, and a few minutes after that, mystery woman pops right back out the front door, moving fast as hell, carrying a bag of items. And here's the part that had detectives looking at each other like, yeah, this ain't right. Because she walks out wearing a single black glove on her hand, right? Just one glove. You know what I'm saying? So if you show up to a man's house, you know what I'm saying, right? Show up, then you end up leaving with a looking like, you know what I'm saying, you was in a goddamn Thriller video with one glove on your hand, you up to something, right? Now look, detectives ain't stupid. Wanda's looking real familiar on his footage. But they also know Lonnie had a whole custody battle going on, a baby, a ex, and a recently moved out, fed up, done for the last time ex named Deidra Griffin, who had every reason to pop up uninvited. So now investigators are just wide-eyeing Wanda. They're drawing a big circle around Deidre's name too, because this situation has gone from a mystery to a murder to, okay, which one of these women was playing Mission Impossible in the broad daylight? Ooh, this getting good.
Mhm. So, all right, now we're back in Deidre's world because while Baltimore detectives are trying to piece together Lonnie's last movements, Sis is in Michigan doing what all of us do on the 4th of July, hosting a damn cookout. Well, she got the grill going, the potato salad chilling, some uncle somewhere arguing about spades, the whole holiday vibe. And then here comes Detective Massey and Janowitz stepping out of a car like two Jehovah's Witnesses with bad news. They flew all the way to Ann Arbor, stopped in with the local police, got their little briefing, and then pulled up to Deidre's house and basically like, ma'am, happy 4th. Also, your baby daddy been found dead.
Well, damn.
And it was, yeah, that's the best way to find out. But Deidre was like, oh, yes, I was notified. Such a tragedy. She's, real calm, real collected, real eye practices in the mirror twice before y'all showed up. So detectives are like, look, we know you're hosting the family, the ribs is on the grill, and y'all got red cups everywhere, but do you mind coming down to the station so we can talk? And she doesn't blink, she doesn't flinch. Not a flick. She says, sure, absolutely, no problem at all. Like they just asked her to run to Walmart real quick for some aluminum pans. Now she goes down to the station, she sits down, she's comfortable, and detectives are asking her about June 19th, the same day that that mystery person walked into Lonnie's house. This where y'all need to go ahead and buckle all the way in. So
Buckle
Deidre
up,
tells
y'all.
them, she says, I flew to Baltimore on June 15th because she had a job interview at Johns Hopkins University. So let me pause y'all right there, cousins. John Hopkins University, the John Hopkins, the Harvard of medicine, the promised land of smart people, like the John Hopkins that Melanie gave up so she could go follow behind Derwin so he could play for the San Diego Sabres. If you know, you know. And here go Deidra throwing that out there like it's casual. This woman studied molecular chemistry and biochemistry. Like
God
she was set for greatness.
damn, smart ass woman. God damn. It's always them ones, man. The most intelligent be to do the dumbest shit, man.
And I'll never forgive Derwin for what he did to Melanie. I just had a flashback too. She was set for
Oh,
greatness.
right. In the game, right? What did he had a baby on her, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was my
I'll
show
never
right
forgive
there.
Janae. I'll never look at her. I'm still mad about that. Never forgive her. Okay. Get out my feelings. So she could have been in a lab somewhere, like curing diseases, wearing a white coat, living her best Meredith Grey life. So, like she said she flew into Baltimore. She rented a Jeep Cherokee from Payless at BWI, had her interview, stayed the night, and flew right back to Michigan on June 17th. And according to her, that was it. She never went back to Baltimore. So this is where like Detective Macy starts lifting an eyebrow because at some point in this trip, he finds out that Sis owns a 9mm handgun and it was purchased in 2014. And remember, Lonnie had 9mm cases all up in that garage. So then detectives, so they go check out her story because they're not stupid. So they get confirmation from John Hopkins the interview did happen. They got a copy of her rental car agreement that happened too. She picked up the Jeep on the 16th, returned it on the 17th, right? But then they found out she reported to the rental car company that the license plate had been stolen off the car. The license plate just gone, vanished, like somebody took it off and ran away with it. And when does that ever randomly happen? Like when? It don't.
Never, unless a murder is about to occur. So while Macy and them were up in Michigan talking to Deidra, who's over there acting real calm for somebody whose life is unraveling, the detectives back in Maryland were doing what detectives do best: digging. Because you can't just take a murder scene, find casings, find a mystery woman on the camera, and then not look into the man's whole life. No. So they start talking to Lonnie's people. Family, friends, co-workers, anybody who can give them a clear picture of what was going on behind closed doors. And the first person they talked to, Lonnie's stepmom. She was the one who actually called Deidra to tell her Lonnie was dead. And Cuzzo, listen, this is where eyebrows go up, right? Because the stepmom tells detectives, yeah, I spoke to Deidra. She told me she gave Lonnie back his key after they broke up. Said things were so bad between them that they only communicated through attorneys. Now wait,
That's doing too much.
yes, like for real. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Women, y'all could be petty. Women could be petty as hell, especially
Yeah,
when
but
it's.
but it's like, but at some age, it's like, can we like put all that pettiness aside? Like,
But I get it, but I'm telling you, when a lot, I'm not saying men ain't, but man, a lot of women, especially when it involves a relationship and a child, women can be very petty, man. And I'm gonna even
much
say
so.
this: a lot of men. Now, I'm not justifying a man not seeing a child, but I will say a lot of men though who don't see their child, a lot of it be because of the women. I'm being honest with you because some men like I'm not dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that's no justification for you not to try to fight for your kid, but some niggas like, man, I ain't about to be going through all that. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, some women be on some bullshit, bro. And then you got some bum ass niggas that just don't see their kids. So it is what it is. So anyway, so look, they can't even talk through text messages, y'all. No emails, no, hey, come get your things. They were actually talking through lawyers, right? Now that's a level of beef you could smell through the phone. I thank God I didn't have to go through that, right? My baby mama was like, take these little niggas. And why?
No, for real, first of all, these kids too dang on annoying to be trying to keep them from their daddy. As long as it's a safe situation, come get your dang on
I mean,
kids,
get
please and
these,
thank
yes.
you.
Yeah, especially if they
I enjoy my time alone.
look, especially if they look just like the nigga, you know what I'm saying, man? Get this little nigga, man. Get little
It ain't
Junior.
even that. Just like I ain't trying to be funny. Like me, like I feel like women being petty, like holding their kids against like you're hurting yourself, sis. Like we're mothers, but we still are people outside of being mothers. Like if that father wants to take care of his kid and he's a good parent, a
Good
good person,
man.
girl, let that man have his kids.
Yeah,
You ain't
stop
gonna
being
get
petty.
it. Come get your kids, baby. You ain't got to fight with me. Come get them.
Yes, people will literally cut their nose off to spite their face. It's like, you just hurting yourself. So
You
anyway,
really are.
Yeah, so look, Lonnie had to hire a lawyer, you know what I'm saying, just to get visitations with his son, right? So obviously the nigga trying to do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't out there trying to snatch the baby. He just wanted to see the little baby, right?
What's
5
he
days a month.
doing?
That's it. A reasonable amount. 5 days a month. Oh, I remember when I was doing that weekend father shit with my boys. I was like, nah, bitch, we can't do that. We got to figure something out because and only 5 days a month, that's it. That's crazy, but that's for me. So then detective find out something major. Just a month before all of this, which was June 9th, 2015, a judge finally granted Lonnie visitations. He got 5 days out of every month legally. And Deidra Cousins, she was pissed. She was livid. I ain't talking about just like mad or a little frustrated or even annoyed. No, she was livid because this meant Lonnie now had rights. His foot was in the
Heaven forbid
door.
the man have rights to his kid that
I
he
know,
have.
bruh. Yes, like people could be so ignorant when it come down this, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, the relationship didn't work out. It is what it is. Go about your business, you know what I'm saying? But to try to be so difficult and manipulative and so malice and damn, I don't get it. So anyway, my boy had rights, right? And now she looking like, damn, his presence is permanent. And for a woman who was trying to build her fantasy family on her terms, to her, this was a threat. So now the detectives are putting pieces together because remember, Lonnie disappeared right around the same time he was supposed to pick up his son for his first court-ordered visitation, right? They talked to the family and found out that on the day Lonnie and Deidra were supposed to meet up at a neutral meeting spot, because it was court approved, right? Deidra was there waiting, and Lonnie never showed up.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Never showed up. And Cuzzo's, right? You know damn well that's not like him. We done already established that Lonnie, they said he was dependable. Remember? They said that boy was dependable, he was reliable, solid. If he said he was gonna do something or be somewhere, he was gonna be there. So for this man not to show up for it to get his son, his first visitation, something that he hired a lawyer and fought for, that's when the red flag started waving like it was a Dominican Day parade. Detectives hear that and go, all right, that Michigan interview, yeah, it just turned into a deeper conversation. See, while detectives were doing the Michigan interview, the team back in Maryland was pulling cell phone records because you can lie with your mouth, but that phone was snitched every time. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and when they checked Deidre's phone history, they found a very interesting detail. She had called a Baltimore area phone number just days before Lonnie was killed. So detectives, they go run the number, you know, maybe a friend, a job, a hotel, something normal. But no, it leads to an easy store facility in Randallstown, as in the same area where Lonnie lived, right? And who just so happens to have a storage unit there? Deidre.
Ooh. Oh,
Deidre. Of course. So the detectives head over there and get access to the laws and pull the surveillance footage because apparently for some reason people still commit crimes like we not living in a age of cameras on every corner, every building, every mailbox. Damn it, even the goddamn mosquitoes probably got cameras on them. Everything is recorded. Everything, people. Look, that is gonna be my public service announcement, folks. Everything is recorded, right? It's
treat it like
cameras
it is
everywhere,
shit.
bro. Know what I'm saying? Every Now everything, right? So look, the video shows that someone accessed Deidre's storage unit on June 18th, which is a problem because she swore up and down she had already been back in Michigan by the end. And it gets better. The footage shows the person driving a Chevy Malibu, not the Jeep Cherokee that she rented, Malibu. Then the video shows this individual kneeling down in front of the car, then standing up, then kneeling down, over and over like they trying to propose to the asphalt. Detectives take one look and say, man, whoever doing it, they change the license plates. And honestly, you already know you're not good at crime. When a surveillance camera catches you switching plates like you're on a YouTube tutorial, come on, bruh. At this point, detectives didn't just have suspicion. They got a timeline, a location, a car, and a behavior that did not match her story at all. They knew exactly what they were dealing with and exactly who they needed to talk to next.
All right, y'all. So while detectives are pulling cell phone records and watching Deidre switch license plates on camera like she's shooting a low budget Fast and Furious remake, Baltimore police pull out one of their favorite toys, the license plate reader. Now, for anybody who ain't familiar, a license plate reader is basically a snitching camera on wheels. These things takes high-speed photos of every car they pass, license plate, date, time, location, and all of it saved like little screenshots in the messy group chat. So detectives typed two plates into the system, Lonnie's work van and that license plate Deidra claimed was stolen off her rental Jeep Cherokee. And baby, that system said, oh, you want the truth? Let me drop it off real quick. Because a plate reader caught Lonnie's work van driving near Liberty Road in Marriottsville Road, not far from his house. Normal, fine, expected. But then within seconds, not minutes, seconds, the system catches that stolen license plate at the same location. Hold up. Hold the communion crackers. Why is the stolen license plate riding through the same area Lonnie was in at the same time, like they carpooling? Something in the water is not clean. It ain't purified. It's not filtered. It's giving Flint, Michigan before the lawsuit energy. But wait, because we are not done. So then detectives pull surveillance from a Dunkin' Donuts that has a camera pointing at the exact intersection. And I swear, Dunkin' Donuts is always catching some crimes, except for the ones they need to. Y'all want to rob people, cheat on your spouses, fake disability check. Why do y'all always do it in front of a Dunkin'? They got more footage than TMZ. So the Dunkin' footage pops up on the screen and it shows Lonnie sitting at the light in his work van, minding his business. And then right behind him, second later, a Chevy Malibu pulls up real close, like too close. Like, I'm not following you, but I'm definitely following you close. Ma'am, that same Malibu that was caught on camera changing plates the day before, that Malibu. So now the text are looking at this footage like, oh yeah, she lying. She lying loud. She is lying confidently. She is lying like it is her hobby. Because what are the odds that Deidre's stolen license plate in a Malibu she never drove are following Lonnie through a license plate reader zone? Sis, if you gonna lie, at least pick lies that can jog. Like, your lies are out of breath, honey.
So by July 20th, detectives had seen enough. Between the surveillance, the sale records, the storage unit, and the Malibu plane followed the leader behind Lonnie's van. They packed their bags and flew right back to Michigan. And this time, they ain't come to talk. They came to arrest Deidra Griffin for the murder of Lonnie Paye. They hit up her house with a search warrant, and let me tell you, what they found was not helping her case at all, right? Inside of her home, detectives recover a 9mm PX4 Storm semi-automatic pistol, empty boxes of 9mm Federal brand ammunition, and a paper shooting target with the name of a nearby gun range printed across the top. Now look, we know people own guns, and yeah, people practice at ranges. That part ain't unusual, right? But when somebody's dead from gunshot wounds and you've been lying about your whereabouts and your storage unit looks like a crime lab, yeah, everything starts kind of, looking suspicious. So detectives drive down to the shooting range listed on the targets and they talk to an employee. And this man didn't even hesitate. Soon as they said Deidra, he said, oh yeah, I remember that bitch. I remember her. He tells detectives last October, Deidra came in saying she had experience shooting long guns, but needed help learning how to handle a little 9mm that she just brought, right? So he gave her some training, just walking her through the stance, the grip, safety, just the basics, right? But then he hits them with this kicker. In the weeks leading up to Lonnie's murder, Deidra came back to the range twice to practice with a 9mm handgun. Twice, back to back. Like she was preparing for a test she didn't plan on failing. So, at this point, detectives are thinking, all right, this gun's in her house. This might be our murder weapon. They send it to be tested. Ballistics start doing their thing. They also recovered 2 bullets from Lonnie's body. So they got something solid to compare it against. And here's where things take a hard left. The 9mm that was at her house, unfortunately, it was not the murder weapon. I know they're like, God damn, we thought we had the
They thought they
bitch.
had her.
We thought we had her, man. Same caliber, same type of ammo, but not the same gun, which means she was practicing with one 9mm and used a different 9mm to kill him. And that right there tells detectives something even more dangerous. These didn't just snap. She planned, she prepared, she switched weapons, she cleaned up after herself. She knew exactly what she was doing.
So while the detectives are in Michigan gathering up every piece of Deidre's life like it's clearance day at Ross, they run into a man named Martin Hutter, her oldest brother's best friend. Now listen, when the case gets messy, there's always that one friend who knows just a little too much. And Martin, he's that friend. So Martin does end up testifying at the trial, the foreshadow, but the detectives talked to him early on. And this man had information that made everybody tilt their head like a little confused puppy. He tells them that on June 13th, 2015, just a few days before Lonnie was murdered, Deidre had reached out to him asking for a favor. When somebody says a favor, the answer needs to be no. No hesitation, no thinking, just no. Mm-mm. But anyway, Deidre tells him that she has a job interview in Chicago, right? Which is already sounding a little shady because 2 minutes ago she was interviewing at Johns Hopkins. Like, girl, where are you going? What career path are we on today? And then she drops the real reason she needs him. Her credit cards are maxed out, tapped, declined on site, and she needed a rental car for this interview. So she asked Martin if he can put the rental in his name and she'll reimburse him. Now, I'm not sorry. I'm not trying to be funny, but if your credit card is maxed out and you're gonna use someone else's money anyway, wouldn't you just pay down your own card and then rent the car yourself? Like, am I slow? Because I mean, just in my mind, that's how it would go if you was doing it right. Because math ain't mathing. But Martin, being a loyal friend, the good Samaritan, the unknowingly soon to be court witness, he says yes. He gives the detectives a screenshot of their text thread, and at trial, he reads the message word for word. This is exactly what Deidre wrote this man. Quote, Martin, thanks for your help. I need a mid-sized car from Wednesday, 6/17 until Sunday, 6/21. Let me know the cost and I can deposit the funds in a bank account or drop you a check in the mail later. Touch base after I get more details. Tell Sharon I said hey, end quote. First of all, not her being polite while plotting. Not her telling this man, tell Sharon hey, like she's not planning a whole homicide logistics tour. The duality and the nerve is too much. And the dates matter because she needed this car from June 17th to the 21st, which sits right inside the timeline detectives are already circling in bold red pen. And baby, the second those detectives saw that text messages, you could hear the gotcha in the air. So let's keep going because Martin ain't done spilling tea. And honestly, he is the unsung hero of this whole investigation because if messy friends were admissible evidence, this man would have been Exhibit A. Martin tells detectives that on June 16, 2015, he went right on down to the Enterprise in Ann Arbor and picked up the rental car Deidre begged him for. He signs the paperwork, gets the keys, and drives the car right off the lot like he's doing God's work. But here's the part where everybody's wig starts sliding back. Because Deidre tells him, oh, I can't come right away. So sweet, naive, bless his heart, Martin drives the car to a nearby parking lot. He parks it, tucks the keys under the rear floor mat like a scavenger hunt, and then he takes a picture and sends it to her like, okay, friend, the eagle has landed. Sir, sir, why are we handing out rental cars like secret mission packages? So anyway, he lets the detectives know the car he rented was a light tan Chevy Malibu. Now pause. Not a black Malibu, not a silver, not a navy, a light tan Chevy Malibu. The same kind of car caught on Dunkin' Donuts surveillance following Lonnie's van. The same kind of car caught at Easy Storage. The same kind of car detectives already side-eyed because the driver was switching places that they were preparing for a NASCAR race. But Martin's story doesn't end there. Rental records show that this Malibu, the one he rented for Deidre, was returned early on June 22nd, 2015. Remember, she told him she needed it from the 17th to the 21st, and she returned it on the 22nd. So the car was rented right before the murder, used during the murder timeline, driving through the same license plate zones as Lonnie, seen on surveillance following Lonnie, accessing her storage unit, and then returned first thing after the weekend is over, like she had a conference to attend. Cousins, this way, this trail is braiding itself together in like a fresh Senegalese twist. We don't even have to solve the case because the case is solving us.
All right, yeah, we out of here, y'all. We want to go to love. Oh, sorry. Anyway, by July 21st, 2015, the case against Deidre was stacking up like unpaid parking tickets. So Michigan goes ahead and bring her into court for arraignment on the extraditable charges. First-degree murder, firearm use in a violent crime, and carrying a handgun on a person. They pipe her in that courtroom on that closed circuit jail TV. You know, the one where like everybody looks like they're being held hostage by their own decisions. And the judge asks about counsel. And Deidre, Miss Molecule Biochemist. Well, I said it right. Biochemist, Miss Penn State, Miss. I almost had a job
Look
at
at you
Hopkins.
growing up.
I know, man. I'm so proud of myself. Miss, I almost had a job at John Hopkins. Said with a straight face, I can't afford an attorney. Right? Now look, I'm not saying career is guaranteed wealth. I ain't saying that. But you mean to tell me you studied molecules, chemical bonds, the building blocks of the universe, but you ain't got $2 for a public defender? Not even one emergency savings account? Not even
That's
a
what I'm trying to
rainy
say. She
day
didn't have
fund?
no money.
Come on.
Like,
You know what it is? She probably would. Look, man. People who that smart be thinking they can get out of anything. You know what I'm saying? So she probably like, I ain't about to even waste my money. In her mind, she probably think that she can beat this. So I ain't about to spend my money or waste my
man,
money
I
on
don't
this.
care if I think I can beat it or not. I'm not putting my literal life in the hands of a public defender.
Hell no, man. Not a public defender, man. God, nigga. But again, this a biochemist, so you know what I'm saying. She so got my father used to say she's so damn smart, she dumb.
You stupid. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's her. So the court appoints Timothy Kelly to represent her. That sounds like a nigga that don't know law. Now you know who I would have got? Top dog law. I would set the dog on the rough. But only for the extradition piece, right? Because she about to get extradited. Remember, she where she at. This man is basically her Uber back to Maryland. Temporary representation, short-term assignment, no benefits. She then hits the court with something else that made everyone kind of raise their eyebrows. She tells the judge she only wants an attorney as long as it doesn't delay her extradition, right? So you're being charged with murder, but you're in a rush to get back to Maryland. I told you the bitch so dumb, she's smart. She's so smart, she dumb, right? That's bold, that's suspicious, and that's exactly the kind of confidence people have when they think they outsmart the system, right? She's not even fighting it, not stalling, not dragging her feet. She said, let's go, put me on the bus. I'll deal with it when I get there. And honestly, the attitude told detectives everything they need to know. Deidra wasn't scared. She wasn't confused. She wasn't shocked. She was prepared because the bitch was guilty. Because we know that innocent people they usually say, hold up, I need a lawyer. Guilty people say, hurry up before y'all find something else. That's true. I know me, if I'm innocent, nigga, I need somebody. You know what I'm saying? Public defender, I'm going to be crying, the ugly cry. I'm going to be...
too.
Yes, if I'm innocent, shit, I'm going to be blaming everybody, niggas that I don't even know. So look, by the time Deidra was extradited back to Maryland, prosecutors already had a clean timeline, surveillance, phone records, rental records, ballistics, the storage unit, and enough motive to write a whole novel. So all that was left, pretty much was left to do was take it to trial. Her case finally went before a judge in early June of 2016, and it wasn't some drawn-out month-long saga. No. They tried this case in just 4 days, right? 4.
Because they had all they needed. We went to drag this out and waste these hard-earned taxpayer money. Wrap this on up.
Man, that evidence was tight. You know what I'm saying? That an innocent man butt cheats in jail. You know what I'm saying? So look, the trial wrapped up June 10th, 2016, and the jury came back and filed her what? Guilty, of course. We wouldn't have it no other way, right? Guilty. First-degree murder was one of the charges, and use of a handgun in the commission of a crime of violence was the other one, okay? And when the verdict hit the room, everyone knew what time it was. A short time later, the judge gave her the full weight of what she's done. Life in prison, plus an additional 20 years for the handgun charge. So, bitch, did you even think about that's how you know you so wrapped up in your own feelings, you ain't even thinking about the one you claim you're doing this for, which would be your son. So now he ain't got his daddy and he ain't got your crazy ass. You know what I'm saying? Like
Don't make sense. Like I don't understand.
the decisions people make. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So look, a short time later, the judge, you know what I'm saying? We gave her the time frame. And look, this is the crazy part. He didn't even give her no suspending time, no time served, no soft landing, straight to life. Lock her up. She was taken into state custody, and today she's housed at Maryland Correctional Institution for Women, where she will be there for the foreseeable future. The same woman who studied molecular chemistry and biochemistry at Penn State, had the whole world in front of her, is now serving life because she couldn't let go. She couldn't accept the whole custody ruling and couldn't leave Lonnie to be the father that he finally wanted to be. And that be the crazy part. The nigga was like, man, fuck that little ugly little nigga. I'm too old for this. But he said, no, I want to spend time with him. And you mad? So mad that you ruined your life, killed him, and now your son just out here as a bastard.
Don't say that.
But that's true though, right?
He's an
Anyway,
orphan.
and that's the tragedy of this case. Lonnie was trying to do the right thing, trying to show up to be what he needed to be for his son. And Deidra, with all that potential, all that education, all those opportunities, made the most permanent dumb ass decision over the most temporary feelings. Remember, what's that one thing I taught you? Remember, I said you can't trust
You
feelings.
can't
Remember,
trust your feelings.
you can't
Yep.
trust feelings, man. This is what happens. You trusted your feelings. Now you're gonna be feeling another woman in jail. Go ahead.
I mean, hopefully she making some smart decisions in there. I don't know, because this was stupid. And now two families are picking up the pieces. And that was the case of Deidra Griffin and Lonnie Paye. A lot of twists, a lot of turns, and a whole lot of this could have been avoided if folks had just went to therapy instead of doing interstate foolishness. But y'all already know we want to hear from you, what you thought, what shocked you. Did anything make you yell at your phone while we were side-eyeing the Malibu just like we were? Now, make sure you drop us a comment wherever you're listening, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever your messy true crime heart resides, because we want to hear your thoughts, your theories, your reactions, and don't forget to rate the show. And on to you, Mr. Webb.
Yes, women and men, man, look, if just let it go. I'm telling you, like, man, what a temporary feelings can cause a lifetime of agony. Just
No,
let the
real
shit
talk.
go. Like real talk. Just let it go, man. If you feeling some kind of way, you know what I'm saying? Just I mean, you need if people literally went with their second thought rather than their first reaction, I think a lot of people would be saved. Niggas need hugs, men need to cry, and women need to calm down. That's all I gotta say. With that being said, let's go to our favorite segment called
Meet the computer you can talk to. With Copilot on Windows, working, creating, and collaborating is as easy as talking. Got writer's block? Share your screen with Copilot Vision to help spark inspiration, and use Copilot Voice to have a conversation and brainstorm ideas. Or maybe you need some tech help. With Copilot Vision, Copilot sees what you see. Let Copilot talk you through step-by-step guidance so you can master new apps, games, and skills faster. Try now at windows.com/Copilot.
Retirement isn't just about closing out your career. It's living the life you've always dreamed of. With New York Life, you get the financial guidance to make it real. Start today at nyl.com.
Love, lies, and alibis.
all right, here we go. So we got a good one. Why I'm over here trying to find it too? Shoot.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, shoot, I'm not even on task. Okay.
Yeah,
hold
geez, I'm
on.
over there trying to find it. Y'all skip it? Damn. We didn't post, man. We be posting. Good
Okay, I
grief.
got it. Okay. So,
I
Love
ain't
Lies
got
and
it.
Alibis question of the week. Well, while I'm reading, you could be scrolling for
I
it.
got it. Let's dig a little deeper today. Is that it?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Everybody talks about, quote, closure, but let's be honest. Is closure actually necessary, or is it just an excuse to see somebody one more time? Be real. Have you ever waited on closure that never came, or realized the closure you wanted was really just an apology they were never going to give? So, okay. So, do you believe closure comes from them, or do you create it yourself? And if you
What
did get
happened?
that
You had
one
a flash?
apology,
You had a flashback or something? What happened?
because I didn't think it was necessary to keep reading, but then I was like, well, I guess it's more
Oh,
context.
okay. I'm like, hold on. Would you like to
And,
elaborate? Shit, what's going
and
on?
if you did
Go
get that
ahead.
one apology, you knew you deserved. Would it actually change anything? No names, no tagging, no mess, just honesty. So, what do you think?
No, man. Me, I fade to black. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I truly don't need closure. That's never been my cup of tea. That can we just see each other one more time? No, even, some people like, just get one layer of bank. No, I'm cool. Once I'm done, I'm done. I'm done. Let's go our separate way. We already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we already know what it is. Cause usually closure don't come like that. Closure always comes with some more BS, and then you end up on Melanin Mysteries. All trying to get some closure. You know what I'm saying? I'll send you a text, you know what I'm saying? Live your best life. Peace. That's my closure right there. What about you?
I think closure, you gotta deal with, like, the closure is where they had you fucked up at. The closure was the disrespect. And that was a very hard concept for me to learn because I feel like we're always wanting to know why did somebody do something. But if you think about it, like most times people aren't going to take responsibility for their actions. They did what they did because they wanted to, and they didn't give a fuck about your feelings. Let that be the closure. Now, recently I did get an apology from someone that I mean, honestly, it felt nice. Like the apology, I felt like it was overdue and it was deserved. I mean, it was nice, but it didn't change how I felt. But it was nice for someone to actually take accountability for the part that they played. And I was like, oh wow, like that was some growth. I was like, it was nice to hear, but it doesn't, to me, the closure is where they had you fucked up at with the
Yeah,
disrespect.
I feel you. I feel you. So let's see what the cousins say. Oh, damn, y'all be writing so long ass sentences. But I get it, man. People be trying to get it out. So let's start with gotta start with my cousin, right? I'm a Libra. So F you, F the closure. Once my mind is made, I'm done. Now, if you need an apology, maybe we'll speak again. I'm not friends with no ex except my last 3 children's father. He took me to court, so I have no choice. He is an excellent father. Oh, I appreciate that, cuzzo. You ain't go that. So Dina said, I do not wait on closure for what? Not necessary for me. And I am raising my daughter the same way. Closure to me is like waiting for someone to give you permission to heal. You don't need their permission to heal. It's better to be sucker free than stuck waiting on a apology or a lame
True.
reason to why they decided to play in your face and waste your time. All the closure needed is to heal and move the F on. I'll read one more. Oh, Makina, here we go. Really quick before I forget. She said, follow up on a comment y'all read on the Michael Mitchell and Keisha Smith episode on September 1st. And she said, Willie Webb was right. I love hearing that because I'll never hear that from you. My sister wasn't done with,
I told you yesterday that you was right.
and the first thing you said, I hate to admit that. I hate to admit
Okay,
that.
but I still said it. I don't even know what I said it to, but I
But
said you was right.
you was high and drunk, so that don't count. So look, she said that I was right. Thank you. My sister wasn't done with that hepaloid. She left this house at 8 a.m. and spent my birthday / Thanksgiving with him. Didn't even give me a present, a hug, or nothing. I told you, Willie be knowing, man. Forget that heifer. Anyway, as me and my sister go, I don't think we will ever have closure where our relationship is concerned. She doesn't care about me, and neither does our mom. The only person I still have a meaningful relationship with in my family is my daddy. Yeah, daddies always love their daughters. An apology doesn't mean shit until the person changes their ways and takes accountability.
Mhm.
Remember,
Yep.
don't trust apologies, trust patterns. Remember that. I've honestly sat with the fact that I will not have any family after my daddy passes away, and that's depressing as fuck. Well, you got us. We your family, cuzzo. You hear
Yeah,
that?
because I'm an
We your
orphan. I'm an
family.
orphan too, so it's cool. We can be
Yeah,
family
we
together.
your family in these streets, know what I'm saying? You always remember that, know what I'm saying? Alright, and I'll read one more, then you read the
Dude,
rest.
you don't never let me read. God.
No, go ahead, read the wit, man.
Stop telling me who to read.
Oh, my bad. Read the wit.
I'm gonna read Tasia just because you keep trying to force me to do what you want me to do.
Oh my
So Tasia says, for me, once I feel the shift, I start plotting and planning on how to get out. I get closure while making the plans, then I make my exit. Closure is an excuse. Let that shit go. There are too many people in this world to stop your life for one person.
True.
And then DeWitt said, if the apology did come, no, it wouldn't. It's the scar that you have caused that's still there. We have scars on our bodies that'll never leave. It's a reminder. So no, we can't. We can create the closure by moving forward in our life and healing in our own time. And I'm gonna do one more.
And then I do one more. I mean, 'cause we got a lot of people. Well, yeah, we gonna
So
go
Tony
ahead.
says closure has to come from within by knowing your worth and moving on. I don't feel owed nothing once someone did me wrong, not from them anyway. From me, I owe it to myself to keep moving with my head held high and dignity intact. And I think that's probably one of the best comments, period.
Yes, we're gonna read Cornisha Renee Keys, right? I hope I said your name right. If I didn't, well, she said F the closure, F the apology, and F they mama too, because if I were doing right by you and you F me over, I will burn that bridge myself. Damn, okay, okay. And Sophie Rila, I think that's the name, I don't know. I used to think I needed closure to move on, yet as I get older, I have realized closure comes when I decide to move on. I'm in control of my life and decide who I let in my energy, and not everyone deserves that, especially if I decide to give them SS in the first place and didn't appreciate me. SS is denied, and this is the last one. I'm gonna read Lauren Elizabeth, right? That's white girl. White girl. I thought I did until I received said apology. It didn't matter. It was disingenuous. I learned letting someone that doesn't give a F about me, about you, okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to do it right. I learned letting someone that doesn't give a F about you whole headspace is weird. However, when my children's father died, I literally felt a closure that I didn't know I ever or even needed. Jeez, how he died? Let us know. All right, with that being said, yes, that are our love lies and alibis. Questions. If you are wondering how you will be able to answer it, I am glad you asked. All you have to do is join our Facebook group, Love, Lies, and Alibis. You answer a couple questions and you are part of the family. We call you cousin and we go from there. Then we drop the question every Tuesday. And you just leave your answer and hopefully we read it. Also, you can join our Facebook page, Melanin Mysteries. We also have a IG Melanin Mysteries and a TikTok Melanin Mysteries. And we also have a IG and a Facebook page of BTCC. Can you please let our cousins know, the ones in the background that don't know who BTCC is?
BTCC is the Black True Crime Collective, which is comprised of ourselves, Melanin Mystery, our sister Renee over at Melanin Mayhem, and then our brother Arthur over at Not My Brother's Keeper. We are the Black True Crime Collective, a collection of Black True Crime podcasters. Duh. I mean, wasn't that hard to figure out? So, speaking of, if you didn't pay attention at the beginning, do you have your tickets to Season Slangs? Because it is on Saturday, and the doors to the church are about to close, and you're gonna be standing outside. So the link is in the show notes. So make sure you grab your ticket, and we will see you there. You're gonna miss out on 3 awesome cases. You're gonna miss out on shenanigans and
And
giveaways and all
you
that
get
stuff.
to wear
You're
your
gonna be mad if
family.
if you don't come. That's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna be mad if
It's
you
in the
don't
comfort
come.
of your own home, so you ain't gotta be trying to look cute. Cause we know a lot of y'all when we putting all that makeup on and kicking that shit on, looking like a damn clown. You ain't gotta do that. You just come as you are in your bonnet, know what I'm saying? No makeup, looking like your daddy, and call it a day. All right, go ahead.
I started to say something, then I was like, that's really me. Because I was thinking about somebody who looked like their daddy. Po thing.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But anyway, so I'll say, yeah, we just want to say thank you to everybody for rocking with us this long. 25 has been a year and it is almost a wrap, and we are on to shenanigans for 2026. We have a whole lot planned, and we are so excited that you guys are on this journey with us. And like I said, keep sharing with your friends, keep sharing with your family, keep sharing with your Starbucks barista. And also I just want to give a couple of shout outs. Because there's so many Black true crime podcasts. Like there are so many of us, and we are in such a small little space. And I feel like we need to support each other for real. So of course, y'all know I love our friend over at Bitch I Can't. Anthony is hilarious all the time. He is such a sweetheart. And then who else is there? There's oh my gosh, I'm gonna say this wrong. Hold on. I gotta make sure. Um is this it? Okay, there's True Crime OS that started following us and I follow back. And then shout out to Black True Crime Podcast because they've always been dope and they're so sweet. And then there's is it hers? Let me see. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. I'm trying to remember everybody. Okay, it's Black Coffee Crime Crochet. That's what her name was. Yep. And then the Black Docket. And I think that's it. I think that's all I can think of off the top of my head because I'm gonna start like rambling and I can't remember. But yeah, go check everybody out. It's somebody else too, and I can't remember who it is. Oh gosh. It's somebody else too. Sister Crimes Podcast. That was the other one I was thinking of. So just shout out to everybody. Like I say, there are enough listeners. Go stream everybody. Go run up everybody's numbers. And speaking of running up numbers, I really need y'all to go run up our sis's numbers. Renee, she is like an inch away from monetization. Go run up her numbers like y'all did ours, please and thank you.
On Spotify. On Spotify.
Yeah, I was like, because we trying to take some things over, so I need y'all to go do that for our sis over there. We don't play about our fam. So I think that's all I got.
All right, good. Oh man, we had a time yesterday. Lord have mercy. We ate good, we drank good, and
You didn't drink.
well, I had virgin. So y'all didn't drink. I took an edible though. I was good. And they had to drive home. I was so aggravated. That was such a stupid drive. That was such a stupid.
Y'all truly could have stayed. We had so much fun
I
last
know,
night.
I know that, man. But I had to get back home. I told you it was an outing. Anyway, we'll talk about. Yeah, it was a stupid drive, but yeah, we had a good time. Like, bro, you did the damn thing. I ain't gonna lie. You know, you are the host with the most. I'll tell you that. So,
We
with
were
that being said,
celebrating.
huh?
We had to celebrate. Like, we have hit so many milestones this year, which is crazy.
Yes, exactly. Yes, and that yes, we did, man. So, with that being said, take us out.
All right, so just remember that love should not come with a life sentence. So make sure you choose freedom and not felonies.
All right, we out.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here, wishing you a very happy half-off holiday because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day, yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes of network busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.